built that cart right there, and what we going to do, just a little time gap between then and now, what we going to do is we going to put that, where is it at up here? Right up where that thing is. We're going to put that chain hoist on this engine right here and let it back down on that cart. It's kind of easy. Best way I found out to do it, if you're going to be lifting up and down a lot of the same kind of engines, build a jig. Piece of rebar bent to fit goes in the hopper and attaches up underneath that lip up there, and the back part comes around on the underneath the handhold inspection thing right there, and that's a seat belt right there. You know what I mean? You trust your life with a seat belt, so you know I figured I'd trust one of these old engines with it. And it's ran through and made a knot and come back and put down this way and taped and did that and all that other stuff. You can say what you want to about it. Probably 20 engines has came up on this workbench with no ill effect, and then from cart to cart maybe another amount. Put a little pressure on that, and then inspect what you got down here. You got about half or more of this belt underneath that housing right there. And up here like this, you got that hooked underneath there. Now, I'm not advising you to do this in no way or manner. This is just the way I'm going to do this one right here today. You position this, I did. I positioned that hook right there to where that it's the same amount of weight on the front and the back. See, at that point, I'm loose from the workbench down here. It's loose. I've got a bolt right here. Let's just take that out. The purpose here is to raise this engine off this workbench and then let it down onto that cart right there and take it up here in Middle Tennessee where I can finish it up. Still down here on the east coast of Arkansas. You know, just for a visit. To get some engines. But I got a couple of bolts right here that was in there for to keep it from falling off while I'm working on it. So I won't get them out of there. And see, we're loose from the workbench now, but let's I'll show you something. At any time before you get it off of there, you can let it back down with this kind of chain hoist right there. It works real good, you know. But we're free from the workbench. You know, we got air between that workbench and that engine right there. And close observance is we still got a good grip right there on the back of that engine right there, and then we got them two hooks in the front of that hopper up there. Don't seem to suffer no ill effects. Now let's put it on that engine cart. I think that'll be okay. The engine should, the cart should be underneath the engine as you look down on it and get a visual on it. but just let it down the same way. Pick it up, just and on my engines, I think the normal setup on the engines is to mount the engine to the cart with the flywheels to the pivot point, to the steering up here. So which what I done and that's the beauty of this thing right here. You know, you just put it wherever you own it at. But right there, this is the steering part, and this is this in the engine. So you want that to be lined up on that right there, and the front also. Okay, it needs to go up this way a little bit. And to aid in that endeavor to line them holes up right there, you actually can put a long punch in there, something like that, and then proceed to let the engine on down. So we're kind of watching the front up here to make sure that it right. Yeah, holds there it is now. Center line on the holes, take all the pressure off. They'll hang free and get it moved around because you may want to pick it back up. That's center on that one, this and that. Okay, we've got a center there and a center here. Them bolts will drop right in there, as will the two front ones. So we'll get them bolts in there and get this engine on the truck.